Welcome. Today we are going to see what are longitudes and latitudes. What is their importance and what is the purpose of coining these terms? To begin with, these terms are basically from geography. As you can see, this is a two-dimensional graph and I'm trying to show the location of a point on this graph. So the traditional method is to draw a vertical y-axis and horizontal x-axis and then express the location of this point in terms of coordinates of x and y-axis. In order to achieve that, we will mark the x-axis with coordinates 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on progressively, and similarly on the y-axis. This helps to define the two-dimensional location of that particular point on that graph. The location is 4, 2. 4 stands for x-axis coordinate and 2 stands for y-axis coordinate. This method holds good for a flat two-dimensional place. But how would you locate a place if the surface is not flat but spherical? To be more precise, how can one define the location of a place on Earth? Because Earth is not a flat surface, we would draw imaginary lines which are vertical as well as horizontal on the Earth's surface, that is the image of Earth's surface. The vertical lines are called longitudes while the horizontal lines are called latitude. How are these lines numbered? These lines run from north to south pole. The central line, that is the prime meridian, is drawn through Greenwich town, which is near London. This line is numbered as 0. Thereafter, 180 lines are drawn on the eastward and 180 on west side. The eastward lines are numbered from 1 to 180 progressively, while the westward lines are numbered negatively from 1 to 180. Latitudes are also drawn in the same way but horizontally. The prime latitude, that is 0 number latitude, is the equator, and 90 imaginary lines are drawn towards the North Pole. Similarly, 90 imaginary lines are drawn towards the South Pole, and all these lines are parallel to one another. Unlike latitudes, longitudes are not parallel to one another. Please don't forget that these are the imaginary lines drawn on the sphere representing the Earth. Coming back to the longitudes, as we know, as you have seen, that there are total 180 plus 180, that is 360 longitude. Why only 360? Because the angular distance covered by a sphere is 360 around its axis. Therefore, each longitude will account for 1 degree angular distance around the central axis of the Earth. All these lines have been drawn once for all and now they have fixed position universally. As regards the latitudes, they are numbered either as south or north depending upon its location. Now let us come to its utility in practical sense. How would we use these longitudes and latitudes to identify the location of a place or a town on the surface of the Earth? So the first step is to identify the number of the latitude on which this place is located. The place is marked by a purple colored spot and you can see that this is lying on the equator. Thereafter, identify the longitude on which this place is located. It is very easy to identify these locations, and thereafter the intersections of this longitude and latitude will define the location of that town on the surface of the Earth. So we write down over here the number of the longitude and the number of the latitude in bracket, which denotes the angular measurement on the surface of the Earth. To elaborate, the North Pole will have latitude number as 90 north and South Pole will have latitude number 90 south. Similarly, the latitude number on the equator will be 0. Identifying the location this way helps many times during a time of calamities or air crash and so on, lonely places where human reach is impossible. The exact location of such place could be fed to the global positional system, that is GPS, and outreached. Longitudes are also useful in establishing the standard time of a particular country. Suppose the time at Greenwich is 12 and the location of a place is suppose 10-degree longitude on the west. In that case, 4 minutes are to be deducted for change of every longitude. So it would be 4 multiplied by 10, that is 40 minutes minus 12, that is equal to 11:20. So the standard local time is 11:20. In the same way, if we go towards the east side, any place is located, say 20-degree longitude on the east, then we have to multiply 4 by 20, that is 80. So add 80 minutes to 12 and we get the standard local timing as 1:20.